Have you ever wondered what your personality type is good at, or which personality type is the best? Introverts and extroverts are opposites in personality, while there's the ambivert who is in the middle. This video will cover the difference between introverts, extroverts, and ambiverts, and areas where each personality type excels at, and we are starting right now. Let's start off with the introvert. Introverts are people who recharge their energy by being alone, but that doesn't mean they don't like to be with people. Introverts like social situations in small groups instead of large groups. Some signs that you are an introvert are if you spend a good amount of time being alone, you prefer small groups over large groups, you don't like small talk, and you have a keen eye for details. In a world where there's an extroversion bias, or where things like putting yourself out there are highly valued, you might think that it's better to be an extrovert, but there are areas where introverts excel at. For instance, introverts can be just as good leaders as extroverts. It's estimated that 40% of CEOs are introverted. Introverted leaders have an easier time saving face because when a company is struggling, people want to blame a big personality, and it's usually the extroverted CEO who is blamed. Introverts are also just as good in the spotlight as extroverts. There are many famous introverts like Emma Watson and Lady Gaga. Introverts don't necessarily struggle with the spotlight, they struggle more with meeting and greeting people on a large basis. Introverts are also less likely to be addicted to risky behaviors. When there was a study on the minds of introverts and extroverts when gambling, researchers discovered that the introvert's brain produced less dopamine. This means that they don't consider risky activities like gambling that rewarding. Introverts are also better at creative work, since that is how they best express themselves. Their creativity is born out of avoiding small talk and being around people all the time. Last, introverts tend to be a better judge of character than extroverts. Introverts are natural observers, and thus, they can tell if someone is being genuine or not. Let's talk about the extrovert now. Extroverts are people who recharge their energy through social interactions and social stimulation. Some signs you're extroverted are you like social gatherings, you have a large group of friends, you like to talk things out, you feel bored when you're alone, and you like conversations. As mentioned before, there's an extroversion bias in society, so many things such as school are designed for the extrovert. One example for how school is designed more for extroverts is group work. Extroverts like teaming up a lot more than introverts, so they have an easier time working in groups. As for what they are good at, extroverts are more natural leaders. A lot of leaders self-identify as extroverts, and it's no surprise, because extroverts love being around people. Extroverts are also great at spreading social confidence in a conversation. They can break the ice, strike up conversations, and make introductions. They enable others to join in the conversation and share their ideas. Last, extroverts tend to be happier. Extroverts benefit from a greater reward, so they tend to be happier. They also tend to be more optimistic and better at mood regulation. This means that they can enter a tense or awkward room and not catch the emotion. Last, we have the ambivert. I personally am an ambivert myself, so if it's a bit biased, feel free to call me out. Ambiverts are people who fall in the middle of the introvert-extrovert spectrum. Sometimes they are the life of the party, and sometimes they just want to be alone. They have the best of both worlds in a sense. Ambiverts are actually pretty common, as about 68% of people are ambiverted, according to Barry Smith, a professor at the University of Maryland. As for the benefits, ambiverts tend to be the best employees because they are able to deal with more introverted jobs like software engineering and more extroverted jobs like sales. In a study done by Adam M. Grant, call center employees that were ambiverts were the best performers. They had an average revenue per hour of $208 compared to the $138 for introverts and extroverts. The ambiverts were able to listen better than the extroverts and assert themselves better than the introverts. Another strength is that ambiverts are able to connect with anyone. They are flexible and can move between introversion and extroversion. If they wanted to, they can be the ones starting the conversation, or they can be the ones sitting back and observing. Ambiverts are also great at communicating because they know when to listen and when to talk. Getting the timing down is important if you want to be good at communicating, and ambiverts know when it's their turn. Last, ambiverts are good at assessing risks and taking them. Extroverts love taking risks, while introverts are usually more hesitant. An ambivert will usually think through the pros and cons, and then follow through with their choice. Before we end the video, I want you to know that no matter what your personality is, it is good at certain areas of life. Just because things may not be designed for you, doesn't mean that you won't do great in them. If you want to check out some videos about silence and an introverted personality, check out this playlist here.